What up, Lakers? It's your boy DTLF. Welcome back to another post-game recap as the Lakers handle the Phoenix Suns in LA. A lot to a little. Very excited, guys. Third win in a row, and we reach our 14th win. Who remembers what time last year we reached our 14th win? So I don't, but I'm sure it was way later in the year. So it's good improvement, guys. Let's keep improving. 120 to 96 Lakers. And unfortunately for them, they lost your boy Devin Booker, but that's always unfortunate to see. But yeah, this is exactly how it should have went. The first quarter was atrocious, and after that they woke up, and the rest was history. Shout out to Michael Beasley for making an appearance. I knew he had it in him. Like I told you guys, I've always liked Michael, and I was hoping that he showed up this season. Finally, the last couple games have been solid for him. So I'm happy for him. He's very capable of being that bench scorer for us. Again, Mo Wagner got to play. That was awesome to see. And we got to see little glimpses of what he could do for us, stretch the floor, little hustle on the board, stuff like that. What else? Lonzo continues with his lockdown defense. Loving that. Josh Hart, pure shooter stroke. LeBron, typical LeBron day, easy 22 points. Just a great overall game for him. JaVale McGee again with a couple of blocks. Actually, it was one block. He did have 14 points and 8 rebounds, and of course, your boy Kyle Kuzma continues to ball. So hey, where are them Kyle Kuzma haters at now? Where are the people that were saying trade Kuz for a bag of chips? That's what I want to know, because I told you guys, just wait on the kid and let him keep growing. Same thing with Ingram, solid game. So I love it. Well-balanced attack once again, as it should have been. And I think the Lakers are starting to figure something out. Now, defensively, this was an easy win simply because, unfortunately, again, hopefully he's all right, but Devin Booker went down with an injury. So without Book, they're not getting to 100. And you always know the Lakers will, for the most part, as long as we're running some solid offense. But everything was in transition again. But I'm happy, guys, because our defense is improving. And one thing we really haven't talked about, one thing we have not talked about is your boy Kyle Kuzma. His defense has really improved. I've noticed that guys don't easily get past him like they used to. He's staying in front of his man, contesting shots and boxing out, doing the little things. So shout out to Kyle, man, not just on offense, but on defense. He's doing his thing. I'm very excited for him. Marcelo says, Dan, Mo is a beast. And you know what's the crazy thing is you still haven't seen what Mo Wagner can become. He still doesn't look 100% healthy to me, but when he is, it's going to be a wrap, because that kid, man, he has post moves. He can stretch the floor, and I think his defense is solid as well, as far as poking the ball away and playing the passing lanes and stuff like that. So I hope eventually he earns some minutes and he makes them count. Yeah, Beasley was beastly. Yeah, that's what I call him. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I call Michael Beasley beastly, because he's an animal. I mean, when he's always done this throughout his career. He can go off in spurts. He's similar to what J.R. Smith brings off the bench, or Jamal Crawford. That's what Beasley could potentially, become for us. So I hope that, he gets comfortable in his offense, and that way he starts producing, because then we're going to need him for the playoffs. Him, Lance, all those guys, Like I said, we have a lot of depth, and we're starting to see it now with all these injuries, is that, with depth, next man up, and we're still winning games. So we're officially 14-9. If Memphis loses tonight, or I'm not sure if they already played, we will move up to the 5th slot, and so on and so forth. We have the same amount of losses that Golden State has. Think about this. And we lost some very winnable games. We probably would have been in the top spot had we, executed down the stretch of those games. I'm talking Orlando. I'm talking, certain games that we should have won. So that's very encouraging to know that we still have a lot of room for improvement, yet we're still getting wins. Tyson was good again with the double-digit boards. Yeah, that's what Tyson does, man. Again, his numbers don't always show what he does, but he's just a hustle guy. He's a good defender. He's a big body you can throw to wear them down. If you guys saw, DeAndre Ayton did not eat. His name was blasphemy today. He has an Ayton. So pretty much, DeAndre, we grounded him for the most part. Same thing with Book in the first quarter. Alonzo did a phenomenal job. Yes, Booker hit some tough shots. But overall, that's what Lonzo does. He's pesky, so I love it. Lonzo continues to impress me defensively, getting his hands in the passing lanes and just, doing his thing. But what I like the most from what the Lakers are doing is the balance. And yes, Luke Walton is getting better with the rotations because we have not went small these last couple of wins. If you guys notice the trend, whenever we don't go small, we win for the most part. So I love it. Mo could space the floor for us. Yes, he could. That's what we brought him in here to do. He could be he's the true definition of a small ball 5 because he can rebound, but he can stretch the floor, and he can also post up, and he has a little Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway jump shot. So I love it, man. Lakers blow out the Suns. LeBron rests. Productive day. Absolutely, Shannara. Absolutely. It was just great. It was great to see that LeBron doesn't have to do it all. That way all the LeBron, stands or the diehard fans, they can see that we actually have a formidable team, right? Because normally they're in here in the comment section talking about LeBron's doing it all by himself. Now, there's times where it looks that way, but we have plenty of talent here to help him out. Way more than what Cleveland had. So he made the right choice for sure. Dan, sometimes we have to go small depending on matchups. That's okay. Like you said, depending on matchups, I wouldn't be upset if they have a small ball player out there at the 5 as well. But I really don't like it when there's like a Joel Embiid down there and then we have LeBron guarding him or like last year, Julius, that's when I get really upset, or even a Nurkic or a Jokic or whatever, whatever itch is out there, we got to make sure we have a big body on them because those guys could post you up. Yeah, we got a glimpse of what Beasley could look like when he is comfortable. And maybe he wasn't comfortable early on. I don't know. But if you let him go to work around that pin post area, he will drop step, drive to the basket, finish. He will post you up, shoot some fadeaways. He has a soft touch around the basket. He wasn't the number 2 overall pick for no reason, right? But, he needs to – once he carves out a role on this team, then, our bench is going to be that much better. I kind of have felt like Lance has regressed the last couple of games, though. We can get them all clicking at the same time, that we would be that much more dangerous. But I think that's what Rondo does. Once Rondo comes back and takes back his backup point guard spot, I think he'll get these guys some open looks. Hey, Dan, I'm going to a Laker game in Memphis. Lakers fan all the way from Tennessee. That's great to hear, brother. Shout out to King Mamba LA. I see you, bro. Mo's a great player once he becomes 100% healthy. That is why he is worth. That is why he is a 3-point. He is a worthy 3-point shooter. Now let's not go throwing around the word great, but he does have potential to be really good. I like Mo. I liked him in summer league in the limited action we saw him. I liked him in college. That's why I predicted he was in my top 5 of players we should draft with that pick. So I really like what he's doing as far as what he could potentially become for us as far as a stretch 5. Svi as well. Svi has a lot of potential still. He looks uncomfortable when he's out there. I feel like he's rushing himself. If you guys remember when we drafted D'Angelo, he was rushing everything and missing everything too. But once they get their feet wet and they get comfortable and they adapt to the game speed that is the NBA, then it's gonna be awesome. Man, Zoe's disappointment, y'all need to stop it. How is Zoe a disappointment? You must not know basketball. Let me do you a favor and get you off this channel because this is for people that know basketball and block. But yeah, I'm tired of just having to dumb myself down as far as basketball IQ goes. I've done explaining all the great things Lonzo does, man. If you guys want to slander Lonzo, go do it in another channel. I'm sure there's plenty of channels that do it, or plenty of Twitter websites or whatever. Go do it. He said, I still want Hart playing starter minutes. I love what Hart brings to the table. Not only is he a good on-ball defender, plays the passing lanes, gets out in transition, finishes at the rim, but he's also a great shooter, man. He has a pure stroke. When he catches and shoots, I mean, this is the reason I've been saying we have plenty of shooters on the team. We just started off really slow, right? 14-9, I'll take it. Me too, Jonathan. Me too. Everything Zoe does besides scoring and what he does come on the stat sheet impacts it. Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't always show on the stat sheet. But Mo, I think Lonzo got to start it again today like he did last game. Last game we were struggling in the first quarter. Lonzo got to start it with some turnovers, getting teammates involved, getting Kuzma some easy buckets, LeBron some easy buckets. And all of a sudden we're filling ourselves. It starts at the defensive end. Starting squad, finding an identity. Yes, I love the starting squad. I don't want to switch it out. It's cool to give more minutes to Josh Hart. I get that. But the starters have to continue to gel. And I like what these guys are doing, especially on the defensive end. Notice how I was always on par with starting, Brandon Ingram at the shooting guard simply because he's 6'10", and he would, with Lonzo out there and some length, we would give guys some fits. And also credit to Kyle Kuzma, who's really improving defensively. So I love it, man. I love what this team is starting to become, but we need to do it more efficiently on the defensive end. Turnovers. One thing I noticed, we like to flick the ball ahead very often, and sometimes it's okay, but sometimes we force the issue, especially when the defense is back. I would just like for us to limit those a little bit more. If we could do that, great. Take care of the ball, man. It'll translate to a lot more wins. Love this team. We need to stay on the course, and we will be great. Yeah, we're on the course, buddy. I see you, Jonathan. Absolutely. Dan, thanks for blocking that troll. LOL. I got you, classy. No problem. Look, guys, sometimes I tolerate it because sometimes, it's actually Laker fans just wanting to get a reaction out of us or me or whatever. But it gets to the point where, like, you slandering the same player over and over, even though he actually has a great impact on the game other than scoring stats, And today he actually has some teardrops in there. He actually played solid. He had a step-back jumper. So, give him credit where credit is due. Dan, what's your prediction against the Spurs? Hopefully we win. I have no predictions against the Spurs because they are very well coached, and Luke is going to have to bring his A game if we have a shot, right, with his rotations and all that good stuff. But I don't have a prediction. I hope we win. I believe we will win, but we'll see. Dan, do you see the Lakers making a trade? Always. Magic and Magic and Rob Pelinka, they don't tend to sit on their hands. So far, the first couple of years they've been with us, they've always made trades at the deadline. So yes, I do expect them to make a trade, whether it be a smaller one or a big one, but I expect a smaller thing, maybe like adding a shooter, or I don't know. Did Wagner play? Yes, he did. He had 10 points. He looked solid, man. He had back-to-back 3-pointers. He had a nice little drop step layup. And I just like the kid's energy. I know he looks a half step slow, but once he gets 100% healthy, he's going to get better. So I love it. Dan, do you see the Lakers wanting Melo? No, because we don't have a roster spot open. And Melo, honestly, he doesn't fit on our team. We already have Beasley, who if he starts finding himself on this team, can be very dangerous. I saw what he did with the Knicks last season. So I'm a fan. Like I said, I've been a fan of Beasley, and I just want him to continue to get better. You guys see a glimpse of what he can do. A lot of people wanted him gone, but I said I think the Lakers believe in him, and I think he will pan out. And look, sure enough, he's starting to. But he got a long way to go to prove himself and earn a regular rotation spot, right? Welcome to League Mo. Great Laker win today. Absolutely, man. I love it. I love the way they play. They spread the wealth after that first quarter, because that first quarter, and I don't know, the last game they did it too. That first quarter, they come out flat-footed. They turn the ball over. LeBron looks disinterested. Then all of a sudden, they all start picking it up. Spearheaded by Lonzo, who started getting some deflections, and he started getting teammates involved. I feel like that always brings the energy up. Defense. Bees should get more playing time. Yeah, if he keeps playing like this, he definitely will. I promise you that. Dan, did you see Mo guarding no one? It was funny when he did that, but much respect for him. I saw what he was capable of doing today. Yeah, and it's just a glimpse, man. He's only going to continue to get better and better. You out, bro? All right, peace out, buddy. We got tacos tonight, fam. Yeah, I'm happy for the fans. They always want their tacos, man. I love it. What up, Dan? What a great game today, Mo Wagner. I love it, man. I love it. They keep showing improvement. So little by little, our defense continues to get better. Again, I know their main guy, Devin Booker, got injured, and they're not that great of a team. But every night you gotta come out ready. And after the first quarter, we did today. Hey, Dan, do you think some Laker fans, mainstream sports analysis, are desperate when they are making unrealistic trades for your squad? There's always a chance, man. We got Magic and Rob. There's always a chance that you can make a crazy trade. However, I just feel like they need content. So, they tend to spew a lot of stuff that really never is going to happen. And it's really the trades you never hear about that end up happening, at least for us, for the Lakers. For example, the Pau Gasol trade, nobody speculated on that. It just happened one day, and it was a great trade for us. Trevor Ariza, same thing. Shannon Brown, Radmanovich, all these trades, they just happened. Nobody ever talked about them. It's rare when we talk about a trade and it actually ends up happening. I did call one trade last year, and that was the Isaiah Thomas for Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance trade. I just felt like it was going to happen, and I felt like Isaiah Thomas was going to be included. So, but that's rare. That rarely happens. That's all I'm saying. Certain trades, they just never come to fruition. So I take rumors with a grain of salt, unless they're reported by Wojnarowski and they're in the thick of it all. Wojnarowski will report something like Lakers in talks with said team for said player. Those are the only rumors I truly believe, or shams, right? Dan, you always have 350 up viewers. You're very popular. Man, you guys make this channel go, so I appreciate you guys, man. And it's good to have a conversation with as many Laker fans as possible. The more the merrier. They were blowing them out with Booker. It did not matter. I know it didn't matter, but, they would have scored a little bit more with Devin because Devin is just that good, He said Bonga looks good in the G League. Yeah, the Lakers always do a great job of drafting, and some of these guys are still raw. Like Svi Mykhailiuk, he hasn't really made that big of an impact this season, but with time, I think he will get comfortable and he will play similar to the way he played in Summer League, I believe. Same thing with Mo. Mo impressed me the most from all the players we drafted, and I think he's going to be really good, man. Really, really good. Dan, let's talk about Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram continues to improve, man. As far as attacking the rim, hitting that mid-range jump shot in his defense, little by little, he continues to improve, except he's buying into a role right now. He hasn't really broke out as of yet. Kuzma has mainly been the one who has done the bulk of his scoring from the young guys, but that's expected. I expected Kuzma to be that guy. But yeah, man, I love what Brandon Ingram can potentially be, and I'm excited. He said his heart regressing. No way. I mean, he played great today. He's been playing a lot better. Now, Josh Hart was injured. That's why you saw him struggle for a bit, but he's back now, man. And I think he continues to get better, man. Josh Hart is probably the most underrated young player that we have on this team, and he knows it, and Laker fans know it. He plays a lot of heart, man. That's his perfect name for Josh Hart, because he got the heart on both ends of the floor. And I just love it. He might be, besides LeBron, he might be the best slasher we have on this team, besides LeBron. Because every time he gets there, I expect a bucket. That's how good he is at attacking the rim. And he has upper body strength to finish. He finishes like a forward. And his defense is great as well. With his upper body strength, he can hold his own. He even has guarded some centers, successfully. So, I don't know. This team has a lot of depth. We have enough depth to make a serious playoff run, at least to the second round, if not the third. But this team has a lot of depth, and I just want the coaching staff to get the most out of them, because you see what they can be when the coaching staff doesn't mess up the rotations and throw in random players at the wrong times, right? So, good job by the coaching staff today. I rarely give them credit, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Today, they did a solid job. Granted, it was a very easy team, but still. Hart never gets any calls. Man, the Lakers, we've been on the rough end of that this year. Even LeBron's been struggling. He's gotten hacked a couple of times and he doesn't get the calls. But for the most part, I'm not complaining about the refs this year, simply because we have enough talent to get past that. Luke not blowing us games lately. I like the MB is in at his natural 4 spot. Yeah, man. It's good to see. It's good to see a solid rotation without experimenting so much. Right? You said we have to go beat the San Antonio Spurs. Yes, that'll be a great test for this team to see if these games we're winning because it's easy opponents, or we're really starting to gel to that next level to become a really great team. So these next couple of games are going to be a little bit harder, and we have to try to win as many of them as we possibly can. Does Zoe remind you of a young Rondo? No, he reminds me of a young Jason Kidd. Go back, look at his highlights. I saw Jason Kidd when he got drafted by the Suns, and then he played for the New Jersey Nets, and so on and so forth. He reminds me of a young Jason Kidd. Good rebounder, good defender, athletic, quick, struggle shooting. So to me, he's identical to Jason Kidd, and that's exactly who everybody compared him to coming out of the draft. So far, to those people that call him a bust, they don't know their basketball, because if he's on Jason Kidd Hall of Fame level, or at least trending that way, then we got ourselves a real player, man. And we got a Mo Wagner sighting today, 10 points, 2 for 3. I really like that draft pick, man. I called it, and I really like it, and I think he's going to pan out. But the question is, is he going to win the backup power forward spot? Or what's going to happen there? It's a good problem to have. We have a lot of forwards, so we'll see. He said, should have kept Julius Randle, though. I thought they're cutting on free agency too much. Gonna have to make trades to get a superstar, I think. Nah, well, yes, we should have kept Julius, except Julius didn't want to be here, and it would have been bad for chemistry. I was a little confused when we released him as well. I thought at least we should have got something to trade for him. But we did a good job of signing free agents. JaVale has way exceeded his value. Rondo has been great for us. Lance Stevenson has been great for us. And now if Michael Beasley can start earning his paycheck, I'm telling you, this team is deep because we already had a good young core. We have LeBron now. We have JaVale, Lance, Michael Beasley, Rondo, guys who are contributing. And that's how you build a good team, right? You mix veterans with youth and they mesh. So I love it. And we drafted really well again. Trust me. I'm not saying it based off of their production thus far because it's been, slim to none, but they will pan out. I know these guys eventually will be fit into the rotation. If it's not this year, next year, and they're going to really do work. I can't wait. Team is coming together, but we still have work to do. Free throws, turnovers, stuff like that. Little things we could tighten up. Great. But the defense is what has me really impressed, especially by Lonzo and Kuzma coming along as well. If the defense continues to improve, we're going to be one of the best teams in the NBA, hands down. Because offensively, we can average 120 points. We have that type of talent. But it's defensively where we've always struggled. And this season, we are a top 9 team, which is great. If we can get into that top 5, that would be amazing. Tyson Chandler was a great addition. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me, man. I actually have an 8 all day, so I'm going to get out there with the family and go out to eat, man. So I'm going to cut a little bit short. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I appreciate all the love. Keep liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys for that San Antonio Spurs, post game. But great win tonight, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go Rams, go Lakers. Much love, Laker Nation. Peace out.